Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here to be talking about the amazing Digital Circus Season 1, Episode 5. Now, this was the newest episode that just came out for this show, and the main plot here is usually how each episode they are going on an adventure that, Kane has concocted for them. But this time, there was a bunch of suggestions that I believe was mentioned in a previous episode, the suggestion box, and Kane decided to have them go through so many different adventures that they have all suggested to see how they like that. So you have, the episode feels like so much is going on because they're doing adventures like, I guess, being a hunter in the woods, we see, and being in an old-timey bar that's like in black and white and stuff, a baseball field, and so many different stuff. And the marketing for this episode, I feel like especially has been crazy because they were promoting the hell out of it, seeing different promos and different arts, and you're just like, what's this thing even about? And even them were teasing that we don't know what this episode's about, and that made it even more exciting to want to watch. And when watching it, the episode definitely delivered because it's hard to re-rank all these episodes because I think all of them are great, kind of like with Hell of a Boss. It's hard to rank them. I mean, some are better than others, but this show has been consistent in the quality with its animation, its character development, and funny gags and unexpected moments. And this episode, I think, is definitely one of the better ones, which again is hard to say because they're all great. And what I really liked about this episode is it continues to delve into some of the, I guess, minor characters or side characters. Like, this episode felt like a really big focus on Ragatha and Jax, but mainly Jax, because I remember when the show was just starting after the pilot, the creator Goosework was saying how each episode would have a main focus on one of the characters. And this episode was supposed to be mainly focused on Ragatha, which she did get some moments, don't get me wrong, but I felt like Jax stole a lot of the moments. You learned a lot more about him, for one, him being scared of corn, which was just hilarious. Also, him wearing a maid outfit, which I know everyone's been talking about, one of the highlights of the episode. So much fan art and everyone just, loving that. Which, it was hilarious. And the voice work, especially from Michael Kovac, who seems to be in all these indie animation shows, also being in Murder Drones, and he was in Lackadaisy, and he's in a lot of stuff. Basically, he did a great job here with his performance, like everyone did. But I just had to re-shout him out because I really am starting to like his character. He isn't just kind of a one-dimensional jerk. They were actually more layers there. There's this one shot during this intermission section, which I gotta say, the intermission section, you could tell the animators absolutely had a blast doing this whole segment because, wow. Just incredible animation, and there's no talking or anything. It's just showcasing all this wonderful stuff that they were able to make, and it just, I don't know, I just loved how well done it was. The whole episode's great, but I'm just blown away that this is free on YouTube for us to watch. It just blows me away how good it is. But you notice that Jax, during the end of the intermission section, he stares at a door of a character that we're told abstracted. And, it kind of adds more to probably why he's pushing people away, why he's acting like a jerk. So I guess he maybe doesn't get too attached to them in case they do abstract and get, taken away. But you see, he's starting to have a little bit of bonding with Pomni, which I think is wonderful. And obviously, Ragatha's not really liking it at all. There's many moments where she's just, looking and not very happy. And, she's like, well, I'm pretty sure she's like, well, I'm overly nice and positive, and I'm, trying to be the best. And, Pomni still wanting to hang out with Jax, who's kind of a jerk. So I just think that's really interesting. I will say, though, there has been a lot of I have been seeing a lot of discourse with this one moment where Ragatha was pretty crazy, like rude, where Pomni was like to Jax, "Don't you have like any friends or whatever?" And then Ragatha was like, "Not anymore." And you could tell that Jax clearly got mad at that. And I was like, whoa. And so that opened up the door for a nice moment between him and Pomni, which, they bonded and stuff. And I just think that one scene alone really added a lot for the character of Jax. And not to try to hype up on Jax, Pomni, and Ragatha, because the other characters like Gangle and Zubul had some fun moments together. And, Kaner was hilarious and stuff that he was doing. And all around, the episode was great. And I can't even forget to mention that during the baseball segment, there was evil versions of the characters, which has been memed to death, especially like when you get to the Kaner evil variant, which, let's just say he looks similar to someone who is bad and like terrible in real life. So I just thought that was the memes I've been seeing of that video segment when they're introducing themselves is hilarious. Again, this episode had a lot of the laughs, great animation, well done performances, and some great development for some of the characters, specifically Jax, but also Ragatha had some good moments. And my only nitpick, I would say, is I kind of feel bad for Ragatha unless she gets more good development next episode. But Goose said, as you saw in that post, that this was supposed to be mainly Ragatha-focused episode. But it felt like Jax stole some of the limelight, so we'll just have to see how the next episode plays out. But that's just a little bit of a nitpick. I thought this was a terrific episode. Might be one of the best, if not the best, that they've put out so far with everything I've just listed out. But those were my thoughts on The Amazing Digital Circus Season 1, Episode 5. Again, what you all think of this episode, please let me know down below in the comment section. And if you want to hit the bell and subscribe to get notified when I upload, that would mean so much to me. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.